Okay, let's dive right in. Picture this. Stepping outside in Houston, middle of summer.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that feeling? It's like, bam, you hit a wall of heat,
Yeah.
like a sauna set to bake,
Definitely hits you hard.
and then you hear it, that steady hum from your house. It's not just noise, right? It's like the sound of survival.
It really is.
It's your AC unit, your
Yeah.
absolute best friend during those, famously long, hot Houston summers.
Absolutely. And look, for us Houston homeowners, AC isn't just nice to have, it's essential for comfort, even for safety sometimes.
Totally.
But battling that heat day after day, it pushes those cooling systems really, really hard to their absolute limits.
Exactly. Which is why, in this deep dive, we're getting practical. We're talking about keeping those AC units strong. Specifically for us here in Houston, we're looking at essential maintenance tips tailored to help your system not just survive, but actually power through the rough months.
And the insights we're drawing on, they come straight from the folks at Mr. Cool AC and Heating.
Right. Local experts.
Yeah, exactly. Family owned, right here in Greater Houston. And they've been doing this since 1979.
Wow, since 79. That's a lot of Houston summers.
Decades of firsthand experience. They really get the unique challenges our climate throws at AC systems.
No kidding. They've seen it all. They know what it takes. So our mission today, basically, is to pull out the most vital maintenance nuggets from all that experience.
The goal being
To help you keep your AC running reliably when you desperately need it. Maybe dodge those awful breakdowns and possibly even trim down those energy bills a bit.
Yeah, and it's worth really thinking about the sheer workload Houston puts on an AC. It's not just how hot it gets, it's how long it stays that hot. Your unit is often running for hours and hours, day in, day out, very little break.
Yeah, you can hear it running constantly sometimes.
Yeah.
Week after week, it's just fighting that heat, trying to keep things cool inside.
And all that running generates its own heat inside the unit, so it's working hard to cool your house and working hard to cool itself down, too. Now, add in our famous Houston humidity.
Don't remind me. Feels like swimming through the air sometimes.
Exactly. So the AC isn't just cooling the air, it's also ripping moisture out. That's extra work.
Right. Dehumidifying.
That combination, the intense heat, the long run times, the high humidity, it puts immense stress on every single part of your AC.
So, yeah, it's probably no big shock then that Mr. Cool AC and Heating sees, the same kinds of problems pop up again and again during the summer peak.
That's right. System breakdowns are really common simply because an overworked machine is just more likely to fail.
Makes sense.
Little things that might be no big deal elsewhere, they can blow up into major repairs fast under these conditions.
And those energy bills. Who hasn't opened one in August and just gone, whoa, if the AC's struggling, it's guzzling electricity.
Definitely. Inefficiency hits you right in the wallet. They also see lots of issues flagged by weird smells or noises.
Like what kind of things?
Burning smells, musty odors, grinding sounds. Could be anything from electrical issues to mold or, bearings going out. Warning signs.
And I guess it stands to reason parts just wear out faster here. Like capacitors, fan motors.
Yeah.
They must really feel the heat.
Oh, absolutely. That intense heat just accelerates wear and tear. And then there's the classic complaint. The house just isn't getting cool enough.
Yeah. Or you set the thermostat and it never quite gets there.
Right. Could be low refrigerant, maybe airflow problems, could even be the compressor struggling.
Yeah.
Lots of possibilities.
Now, here's something maybe not everyone thinks about safety. Mr. Cool mentions that too, right? Overheated parts, electrical faults.
That's a critical point, yeah. Regular checks can catch those potential hazards. And, while we usually think CO detectors for heaters, just keeping the whole system healthy is important year-round.
Okay.
They also see thermostat glitches pretty often. Makes the system run constantly or cycle on and off weirdly. Wastes energy, adds strain.
Okay, now they really seem to emphasize two things that sound kind of small, but cause big issues. Clogged filters and blocked drain lines.
Oh, absolutely huge. A clogged filter basically suffocates your system, restricts airflow, makes it work harder, less efficient, and can even cause the indoor coils to literally freeze up.
Freeze? What?
Yeah. And blocked drain lines, water backs up, can cause leaks, water damage, even mold inside your house.
Yikes. Okay.
And then finally, refrigerant leaks. If it's low on refrigerant, it just can't cool properly. Simple as that. Plus, dirty outdoor coils.
The ones in the unit outside?
Yeah. Think of them like a car radiator. They need to get rid of heat. If they're caked in dirt and grime, it's like wrapping a blanket around them. They can't do their job efficiently.
Okay, that's a good visual. So we know the problem. Houston heat is tough. But the good news is Mr. Cool also gives us some, actionable things we can actually do ourselves.
Yes, and these aren't super complicated, but they make a real difference. Number one, top of the list, change your air filters regularly.
The filter thing again. Seems basic, but they really hammer this home.
It's probably the single easiest, most impactful thing you can do. They actually say, check it monthly during peak cooling season.
Monthly.
And swap it out as soon as it looks dirty. Don't wait. The difference in airflow with a clean filter is huge.
It's kind of amazing when you think about it. Something so small, a dirty filter, having such a big cumulative effect across the whole city. Energy use, AC lifespan.
It really is. Restricted airflow means strain, higher bills, shorter unit life, simple cause and effect. Their next big DIY tip, keep the outdoor unit clear.
Right. The condenser unit outside, they say, 2 feet of clearance?
At least 2 feet, all the way around. Clear away grass clippings, leaves, anything that can block airflow, let it breathe.
Okay.
And they also suggest gently rinsing the outside fins with the garden hose.
Just hose it down.
Gently, yeah. And this is critical, turn off the power to the unit first, at the breaker box outside. Safety first.
Definitely. Good reminder. Okay, and the last DIY one was about the thermostat.
Yeah, basically check your settings, make sure it's set where you want it, obviously, but also programmed efficiently if it's a programmable one. Don't cool an empty house unnecessarily.
Makes sense.
And they do float the idea of upgrading. A programmable or even a smart thermostat gives you way more control. Can definitely save energy by adjusting temps automatically when you're asleep or away.
Right. Those smart ones learn your schedule, kind of. Okay, so those are things we can do. But obviously, sometimes you need the pros, like the team at Mr. Cool.
Absolutely. DIY helps a ton, but it's no substitute for a full professional AC tune-up, especially before summer really kicks in.
Like preventative medicine for your AC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Schedule it in the spring if you can, before you're running it 24/7. It's like getting your car checked before a big road trip. Avoids problems later.
Okay, spring checkup. And what about those warning signs we talked about? The noises, smells, not cooling well.
Yeah, if you notice any of that stuff, strange noises, weird smells, weak cooling, sudden jump in energy bills, that's your cue. Call a professional right away. Don't wait.
Don't ignore it.
No, ignoring it almost always leads to bigger, more expensive problems. Guaranteed. They also say get a pro inspection if your system is just getting old.
How old is old, general?
10, 12, 15 years plus. Older units really benefit from a thorough check and cleaning. And a pro can tell you honestly if maybe it's time to start thinking about replacement before it dies mid-August.
Good point. Planning ahead.
Yeah.
And just as a general rule, if it hasn't been serviced professionally in over a year.
Yep. Definitely time for a tune-up. They really stress that regular pro maintenance is key for smooth, efficient operation.
So what actually happens during one of those professional tune-ups? What do they do?
Well, with a reputable company like Mr. Cool, the technicians do a really comprehensive job. It's inspection, cleaning, testing.
Okay.
They'll check refrigerant levels, meticulously make sure the charge is right, inspect all the electrical stuff, connections, capacitors, contacts, looking for wear or damage. They thoroughly clean both the indoor and outdoor coils. That's crucial for heat transfer efficiency.
Right, getting that grime off we talked about.
Exactly. They also check and clear the condensate drain line, make sure water can get out, prevent backups and leaks.
Super important.
And then they do a full system check, run it, test pressures, temperatures, make sure everything's operating safely and at peak performance.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty thorough.
It is. And that proactive care pays off. Big time. Better energy efficiency, so lower bills.
Nice.
It can seriously extend the life of your unit, catching small problems before they become catastrophic failures.
Right.
And maybe the biggest benefit for Houston, it drastically cuts down the risk of a breakdown right when you need it most. Middle of July, 100 degrees out. That's when you don't want it failing.
Absolutely not. Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. For us Houston homeowners, dealing with this crazy heat, a little proactive AC care, it seems, goes a really long way.
It really does.
So on the DIY front,
Yeah.
check and change those air filters. Monthly check in summer is the gold standard.
Keep that outdoor unit clear. 2 feet of space. Rinse the fins gently. Power O off F first.
Power off right. And check your thermostat settings. Optimize them. Maybe think about a smart thermostat upgrade down the line.
Good summary. And then know when to call the experts, like Mr. Cool AC and Heating. Ideally before summer hits, spring tune-up.
Okay.
Definitely call if you notice any warning signs. Noises, smells, poor cooling. if the system's old or if it's been over a year since the last service.
Got it.
And remember that Pro Tune-Up is deep cleaning, checking refrigerant, electrical coils, drain line, the whole 9 yards. It's about efficiency, longer life, and fewer emergency calls.
Yeah, it really hammers home how much our Houston heat, plus that humidity, just beats up our ACs. Constant running, heat buildup, pulling moisture. It's a tough job.
It truly is. Which leads to maybe a final thought for you listening.
Yeah.
When you weigh the comfort and, frankly, the cost savings of being proactive with your AC care against the sheer stress and expense of a breakdown during a brutal Houston summer, what's one small maintenance step you're going to take, maybe even today, to get your AC ready for that challenge?
That's a great question to ponder. Just one small thing can make a difference.
Yeah.
And hey, if you want to learn more or get that tune-up scheduled, with the folks who gave us this great advice, Mr. Cool AC and Heating.
How can people reach them?
Easy. Call them at 281-859-7937. That's 281-859-7937. Or you can shoot them an email. The address is info@mrcoolacantheating.com. Or just check out their website. They serve Cypress and the whole greater Houston area.
And they mentioned some offers too, right?
Oh, yeah. Good point. They have a $49.99 first-time service call deal. There are conditions, so definitely ask about the details. And also, 10% off a fan motor replacement for residential customers. Again, check the conditions. Plus, they do offer financing options if that's something you need.
Good info to have. Proactive care is definitely the way to go in this climate.
Couldn't agree more. Stay cool out there.